Welcome to my home. My name is Jackie. This is my oldest luxury bag I own. I bought this somewhere between 93 and 94. I can't really remember. I was in my teens. I was visiting Europe with my mother and Klaus, my stepfather. And we drove from Lithuania down to Turin, Italy. And when we were in Turin, because my stepfather's best friend lives there, Mikhail. He's no longer alive, but he when we were there, his wife Franca and him, we went over to Florence and Pisa, and we did all the things. We didn't make it to Milan. We made it to Lake Como. We did a bunch of touristy things. We were there for 1 or 2 weeks. I can't remember. It was a while ago. Probably a week. It was probably a 2-week trip in total. And this is before the EU. With the EU, so every border crossing was a passport, and my stepfather was a diplomat, so we had diplomatic plates on his car, so we got through a lot of the borders pretty fast, and it was pretty awesome. We went down to Italy. We were in Florence. My mother. I have a funny story about Florence. We were there, and we're looking at these shoes at this corner store, and turned around, and there's this beautiful cathedral, and I took a photo. And when I came back to America and developed it, my sister was like, "Did you go in? Go in where? The shoe store? Yeah. No, did you go into the cathedral?" I'm like, "Oh, no, no." And it was like some super famous World Heritage site. I'm like, "Oh, well, we were shopping." So we went down the street adjacent to the cathedral and found a Celine store. And I'm pretty sure this is before Celine became part of the LVMH group. I'm pretty dang sure. So anyway, we went into the store and I found this bag. And it was $400. So I had $200 on me and my mother gave me $200. It was our Christmas gift for that year. And I have a twin. So my mother and I picked out the one for my sister. They only had one of these. So I didn't get her this. And my mother actually picked out the bag for her. It was a very cute, trendy backpack purse at the time. This was the 90s. And we thought she would love it. So we go along our merry way. I go home. I'm telling Jennifer, "Oh, I bought this purse. She sees me get off the airport. This is airplane. This is when you can still go into meet people at the gate. So my sister comes out, sees me walking with this purse, and she's excited because she thinks she's getting one like this. And then I show her the one we picked for her. When we get home, she was utterly disappointed. Utterly, utterly disappointed. And I felt so bad. I felt like I was responsible for her not liking something. But, so she never used it. Ever. It actually is living with my youngest sister. Well, not the youngest, but the second to youngest in Denmark. Because my sister never used it. This one I used. I used a lot. But every single time I used it, Jennifer gave me that look. The look of, "Oh, I wish that was my bag." And I am a sucker. My family knows this. So finally I just said, "Jennifer, do you want my bag?" And she says, "Yes." I'm like, okay. So she's had this in her house, virtually unused. I mean, let me show you the inside. Unused. Virtually unused. I mean, I used it a little bit. I have the coin purse that I bought with this, and it's beat up to heck and back. I don't know where I'll have to find that one. I pulled it out recently, and I think I put it in an SLG. I mean, look at the insides. It has the Celine Paris made in Italy. If this had a date code, I have no idea. I mean, look at the hardware. And I have bought a couple vintage bags since this one, and I've gotten rid of them. This is the best one. Well, it's the one I picked. You know, it fits me. I still love it. So my sister, once I started this bag channel, she said, "Jackie, do you want your purse?" Because I've asked for this bag several times, and she just doesn't want to give it up. Because my sister is an old school, old fashioned hoarder. She collects, and she emotionally attaches to things, and she cannot let go. So she said, "You can have this bag," when she realized how much I love bags. And so I was at her house, and I took it off the wall because I knew where she kept it. And she was like, "Oh, you're taking that?" I'm like, "You gave it to me." And she's like, I said, "Jennifer, it's okay. I'm giving it back. I'm just going to do a video because I'm not I would love to use it. My mother would take this bag in a heartbeat right now because this is back in style. Celine is everywhere. One of the global ambassadors for Celine is Thai. I'm half Thai. So my mom's like, look up this person's, photo. Look up this global ambassador. She's Thai, and this is everywhere. This is all over Thailand. This is like super, super popular again. And I always thought it was popular. I always loved this bag. I always loved this print. I always loved this colorway. Anyway, it's just here for a time being. It's going back to my sister's house to go hang on the wall, never to be used. It just hangs there, and she looks at it and she loves it, and it gives her memories. I don't know what memories, because I was the one who went to Italy to buy it. I have the memories of picking it out, but it's my sister. I don't know. I said, Jennifer, it's not like I have 100 bags. I'm not going to use this one. You can keep it. It's okay. But I wanted to show everybody my vintage, literally vintage, because this is actually the age group of vintage Celine. And I think they came out with a very similar version to this again. And I'm like, I remember that bag. And what I really liked about this bag when I picked it out was there's no hardware other than the zipper and the zipper pull. And that was important to me because one of the things that ages leather bags for me is hardware. And without the hardware, I felt like this would be more classic. So when I bought this in 1990, 95, 93, somewhere in the 90s, I still think this is relevant today. I still think I could wear it today, and the only thing that gives it away as an age is the pattern. Because they went away with this classic pattern. They're bringing back the Triumph logo, but this, if you look real close, that's all these are, is the Triumph logoing. I think they went away with it when LVMH bought it, and they didn't want to compete with the Louis. Because if you'll see, Celine has a lot of leather, not so much the canvas anymore. But they used to have canvas, like this, canvas and leather. So anyhow, I just wanted to share the oldest bag in my collection that I have continuously owned, even if my sister's borrowing it for life. We're twins. It goes back and forth. This is it. This is my first purchased designer handbag that I ever bought, and I still have it. The first designer bag I was ever given, my mother gave us a couple Gucci's. Those have been long destroyed. We were very young when she gave us the Gucci's, and then, younger than teenagers. And this is when we were teens. And then after this, the next luxury bag I ever purchased was a Louis Vuitton, I can't remember the name of it, some small clutch bag that I gave to my cousin in Thailand. And I bought that out of the Saks Fifth Avenue, boutique, so it wasn't even a Louis. It was just a Louis boutique in the Saks Fifth Avenue. And that's the only bag I've ever purchased. These are the only two bags I think I've ever purchased new from vendor. So this was new from the Celine store in Florence, Italy. And the Louis was new from the Saks boutique store from San Antonio, Texas. And everything else I have purchased has been through consignment or resale. I just can't afford the new prices. And now that Louis Vuitton is going a global increase of 4% in August, highly, even more unlikely that I will ever buy anything from their store. I like too many different bags, so I can't just buy one bag. Anyhow, I wanted to show you, I love this bag. My sister loves this bag. My mother loves that bag. I have a new strap bag on, that's the way it is. I'm trying out a new bag. It's it's a little too north-south for me because of my body shape. So I'm trying to figure out how I can wear this bag and still make it work for my body shape, because it's my bag now. I'm considering cutting off the strap, which is like a big decision, but it might be the only decision, because if I don't, I won't use it. So, what do you do? Anyhow, I just wanted to say hi, show you my bag, give it a quick little update, and I will talk to you later. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.